Recently, I went from 240 pounds down to 160 pounds. Thank you, one person. And I did that in about 3 months. Thank you. And people keep asking me, Pat, why did you do that? I got sick of people telling me that I looked like Jack Black. Yeah. And now they just tell me I look like Freddie Mercury. After the incident. Yeah. And people keep asking me, Pat, how did you do that? Cocaine. Yeah. It's not a fiscally responsible diet plan, but golly gee, it works. I just want to tell you guys a little bit about myself. I just got married about 3 months ago. I just got married. She's not here. You don't have to do that. But I got married about 3 months ago. I'm trying on the wedding ring. I got the whole wedding ring on. I really thought that when I got the wedding ring, it was going to slow down the porn and masturbation. Turns out that I don't even notice the weight of the ring at all anymore. So it has really just been full steam ahead for me. Another thing about me, guys, is I do not always have road rage. I don't always have road rage. But recently I was pulling up next to a lady with a license plate that said LVN VGN, which I could only assume at the time stood for livin' vegan. And I got unreasonably mad. I'm serious. I don't know what it was, but I wanted to run this lady off the road. But I know I couldn't, because I got thinking, what if that license plate stands for lovin' vagine? And I want her to know I'm an ally. So I did nothing about that license plate. Just turned my eye and kept going. I don't know if the people that come up with those anti-abortion billboards know this, but they come up with the best name for metal bands ever. Like, I was driving by one of those billboards the other day and it said 9-week fetus. Okay, what they meant was that a baby becomes a fetus becomes a human at 9 weeks. What I saw was a killer lineup for Riot Fest this year that I am not gonna miss. I'm not gonna do it. I do need to go back to the road rage thing because I don't feel like some of us connected on this. Does anyone else ever find themselves stuck in traffic getting really excited when a motorcycle is weaving in and out of the lanes? And you're thinking to yourself, man, it would be nice if they got pulled over right now. Yeah, and then BAM! They get hit by a car. Fort Collins. I used to do that joke about bikers, but you guys really don't like that one. But y'all don't give a fuck about motorcycles, which I think is pretty cool. I also don't care about motorcycles. I've been studying teenagers a lot recently. Not like that, don't let the mustache fool you. But I've been studying teenagers because I used to think that teenagers were the scariest thing in the world. Well, if you had asked me, like, would I rather go into a lion cage wearing a pork chop necklace or go to a King Soopers down the road from a high school at about 3:30 when class is out? 10 out of 10 times, lion cage, pork chop necklace. For a couple reasons. Like I said, A, teenagers, scary as shit. B, not allowed within 100 yards of a high school anymore. I do need to make sure that everyone in here knows that last statement was a joke. This is a comedy show, I'm kidding. I'm not a pervert. I am not. But now that we're talking about perverts, I do have one question. Who came up with the school zone speed limit? 20 miles an hour? Look, I don't know, because like I said, I'm not a pervert. But 20 miles an hour seems suspicious. Like 20 miles an hour seems like the perfect speed to check out children. Yeah. But If you'll catch what I said a second ago, I said I used to think that teenagers were the scariest thing in the world. I now think that teenagers are big pussies. Yeah, teenagers have something these days called test strips. And what they're doing is they're testing their drugs before they take them to find out if they're legit. I know it. When I was a teenager, test strips were named Daniel. And that was our least favorite friend. Before I get out of here, though, I do want to make sure you guys know that I don't think drugs are funny. I don't think it's fun to joke about them. I do actually feel really lucky as a comedian to know that if any of my friends that are comics ever get addicted to drugs, it'll be very easy to get them into treatment. Something you guys should know about comedians is they are so thirsty for stage time and attention. They will show up anywhere if you tell them they can headline. They will show up to their own intervention if you tell them they can do 30 minutes at the end. And Fort Collins, I know that last statement to be true, as I did in fact go to AA for 2 months, only after I found out that all you had to do was say your name and admit you were an alcoholic, and they would let you speak as long as you want, uninterrupted. You guys ready for a really awesome comedy show?